Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Interview Line. At Unakriti, we help you tap your avatars through counseling, coaching, web studio, and cloud hosting services. We truly believe that everyone has multiple potentials, and if we give them right direction, हम अपने लिए एक अलग अलग टैलेंट्स तो एक्सप्लोर करेंगे ही, प्लस अपने लिए अलग अलग आमदनी के जरिए भी बना सकते हैं। आपका प्यार हमारे लिए बहुत मायने रखता है, so thank you for subscribing to our channel and giving love and comments and sharing our videos. Today's episode is pretty unique of Interview Line. For the first time, we are bringing a couple who have very diverse backgrounds and they come together to follow a shared dream. Rohit and Priyanka are joining us today on the Interview Line. Both of them have worked and have experience in the space of environment, sustainability, economics, and social, public, private sectors. And then they discovered something that they both were passionate about, and they came together to form a venture of their own. So without taking too much of that discussion here, and straight away welcome Rohit and Priyanka on the Interview Line. Let me offer that to you. Welcome, Rohit and Priyanka.
Hello, Namita. It was great inviting us on this wonderful platform of Unakriti, and we are highly excited to have a discussion ahead. And I think, as you mentioned, yes, this is our dream, and we started this by skipping some of the usual things that happens in the society. So definitely, I'm very excited to move ahead in this discussion and share wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sure everyone together is excited as well to have you share your journey. So I'm curious, Rohit and Priyanka, both of you had a certain career and then you had a passion that you came forward with. Tell us more about it. Tell us, how did you go about exploring and making a start to explore different talents, different potentials in you, leaving the path most people travel and creating a new space altogether.
Right. Both of us started our career in typical government or you can say the corporate sector. That's what is usually expected out of individuals who are passing out of business schools or doing MBA or after certain professional degree. That is what the society expect us to do, to get a job and then start working. And that is what we did when we started our professional life. But yes, after certain years, it was always there in our minds, and always we used to feel that this is not what we are meant for. We always had a desire to break those chains of society and break those usual expectations. That was the first desire we had, that we need to do something different. And that's when we really were convinced about the same, we just thought about it, that what else we can do. That's where the Priyanka got this idea of having a robotics school.
Yeah, right. So I actually started this journey when I was working. I was working with the Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission, and I was, there were certain kind of skills that were required from me to, develop certain kind of or build up the, project that was given at hand. So now what happened was, then I realized that somehow the skills that I require right now were not something that I have, learned from my school days or early classes, early learning. So that's what struck me, and that actually disturbed me for some while, because I started finding out that how how actually the education system is not linked with what we are actually want to achieve. We want to achieve a good, a good rank in some organization, and but we are actually not working for it. So that is what was so illogical to understand, and therefore that made me more curious to know that how this link, which is not being emphasized even by anyone till now, shall be worked upon. And that's how then I learned about skill development centers, and then I learned about how robotics can actually bring in your key potential, because it is actually a multidisciplinary field. It involves all these kind of skills, because once you start building and doing, I will not say these technical words right now, but once you start doing things by yourself, by your by your hands, like nothing has been given to you, because when this is what happens when while we are in school, and it's a rote learning culture that we have gone through, in which we are just given the books, we're given the facts that this is right, this is wrong. So if we could talk about balance or unbalanced mechanism, then we know this is balanced when the two weights are together, at the same platform, and if it's unbalanced, but nobody asks a reason why it is so, and why can't it be something else, right? So that reasoning, that questioning kind of an aptitude was very important, and that's what we wanted to build, a platform where students are free to explore what is right and what is wrong, rather than going with the facts. And that's how they develop those different skills that we're talking about. So that's what motivated me. That's how we started, and it has been a wonderful start and wonderful journey.
Wonderful, wonderful to hear these insights. When I was hearing both of you share your passions and how you went about choosing, like Rohit said, it's not really easy for people. It requires a lot of courage when you want to break the chains and do something which people around you are not doing. And also identifying what are the gaps that exist. Like Priyanka brought out that when you were working in certain spaces, there are gaps that you notice, and it starts to pinch you. Why are we not doing this? Why are we not doing that? Which again takes back to us in a space of, it always starts with a why. Why am I doing what am I doing right now? What is it giving me? Why can't I do something else? Why do I need to have a background in a particular place? If I have a passion for something, one thing which clearly is evident is that it's never taken for granted by both of you when you said you had to pick up new skills, you had to do your own research. So robotics is a very fascinating new age idea, and thinking about that field itself could not have been easy. And then establishing an institute around this and taking it forward to large scale schools. Tell us more about your institute. What's it called? What's it based on? What are the things that you're offering to the world through the institute that you have set up, with both of you coming together?
Our organization or institute is named as Indian School of Robotics is the name. So I was the one who founded this organization. I started in 2016. We started with a small center, we could say, a start center, we could say, and that was in Chandigarh. And since we were very passionate, we had good technical experts with us, and therefore we coached various teams for various robotic competitions, and that's how our team won various accolades in different platforms and different competitions, and that's how our institute got good recognition, and even the good universities and school groups started calling us for coaching and further experts in this particular area.
It's an institute where we cater to students as young as 5 years onwards. So we want to catch students young so that they can be channelized in the right way. And we go up to 15 years. That is the age bracket we look forward to. And the kind of skills or the coaching services we offer to students starts from as simple as teaching them communication skills through STEM activities, like involving them in storytelling. Like a 5-year-old and 6-year-old, we need to develop their communication skills, and they should be able to narrate certain stories and build up their vocabulary. So that is what our curriculum is, that we will involve them in storytelling using STEM. So in STEM, we have various blocks through which they can actually make a story scene, maybe a playground where there are a lot of rides and amusement rides and ice cream parlor, and then they will narrate these stories to the audience. So that is how we start, and then slowly, as per the age, that is, I would say, our USP is that we have identified what kind of skills are required for each age group, and based on that age, we offer all these skills, moving up the ladder, moving to developing simple mobile apps, how to develop mobile apps, then animation, then going towards usage of sensors and making simple robotic equipments like self-driving car or maybe a face recognition device. So basically it is just to more to simplify whatever the child sees around them. For example, a child goes to a mall, there they see an automatic door. As soon as we go close to the door, it gets open. So how the child can make these doors? So this is what we teach. Whatever you see around, you can actually make it. So when the child makes it, they get a lot of self-confidence. Yes, I have seen this thing in real life. Now I can also make it. So that is how our projects are structured. So we have a institute where students come in to pursue these courses. Then we also go to schools. So we have tied up with around 97 schools. So where we go and provide our learning solutions. We set up labs in schools. And lastly, as Priyanka earlier mentioned, we prepare students for robotic Olympiads. So just like we have maths and science Olympiads, there are many robotic Olympiads happening around the world. So we prepare students for these Olympiads. Our teams go and participate in these Olympiads, and it's a more of a cultural event where they meet students from other countries. So that is another USP you get with the robotics.
Right. So just wanted to add a little more. See, as Rohit told that each age bracket, starting with 5 years to 15 years, has a different objective to be reached. So that's what we are targeting with each age bracket. So supposing a very small child, we want to develop their observation power, nothing but an observation power. They need to be very observant to their surrounding, as to, if you talk about it, if they're in a garden or in a park, which they usually visit, so they should know that what all things are around them, so that after that observation we try them to bring down to a small, or they can say, nitty-gritties of those objects that are lying behind or around them. So supposing if there's a seesaw, it's nothing but a balancing device, or it's a lever forms, or in science if we talk about. So then we move into bringing their scientific approach and viewing all those things. After that, we bring kind of a research approach, wherein when they grow further, we bring a research approach. So then we talk about learning the friction, learning different facts, like we were also introduced to these kind of you can say terms in science. So then we introduce these kind of terminologies in science, and making them experiment through it. Right. So giving them a device, they make some kind of device, they experiment. So what will be the length, what will be the height, and how does this react to this? So all these kind of experiments. So, and then we move to technology after that. So all these STEM or we could say STEAM aspects are covered, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And apart from this, we are also being part of Government of India's initiative to establish utter tinkering labs in various schools and universities. So we've been doing that, and that's how we are growing this field.
It's fascinating to hear how you have been able to create that curiosity. हर बच्चे के मन में एक जिज्ञासा, एक curiosity होती है, ये क्या है, ये कैसे काम करता है, why is there a revolving door, how does it work? You are actually tuning into that curiosity, ताकि वो ना ही इन चीजों के बारे में उत्सुकता बनाए रखें, पर उनको एक लर्निंग जोन में लेके जाके अपने लिए नई नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी क्रिएट करते रहें. What is very clearly evident from both of your sharing that you just did, Rohit and Priyanka, that एक passion ना रुकने का, कि ठीक है अगर resources कम हैं या अगर background नहीं है, उसके आगे बढ़ते जाना है, रुकना नहीं है. That passion, that commitment is very, very evident. Along with that, there are a lot of things that would have come your way. Things associated with enrolling children, associated with enrolling parents, लोगों के mindset के साथ काम करना, उनको बताना कि इन चीजों के क्या फायदे हो सकते हैं. Setting up an institution also is not easy. It has its own norms, it has its certain protocols that need to be followed, certain safety things, and so on and so forth. So what I'm getting at is that even though you were passionate about something and you decided to move ahead with that idea, leaving that secure space, it would not have been an easy journey for you. You would have come across certain challenges, certain roadblocks, जिन दिक्कतों को आगे आप पार करते गए और अपने लिए वो opportunities और create करते गए. So what were some of those roadblocks, those challenges that you had to overcome in your journey of setting up the institute, that is the Robotics Institute?
Being in a startup, and that too being a first generation in being in entrepreneurship, we need to face a lot of challenges day in, day out. It started, as I mentioned earlier, breaking the societal chain and the societal norm. That was our first step, wo jo bahut difficult tha ki there is no one in the family who is in the business. So that was the stigma, you can say, ki kya ab tum business karoge. So that was the first challenge which we somehow could broke it, thoda sa revolt karke, thoda convince karke. It was a mix of that. That's how we broke it. And the second challenge was to source the capital. That was really disheartening at that time when we started in 2016 कि हमें कोई capital देने को तैयार नहीं था. No banks were interested in giving us capital just because they didn't trusted us. You are a first time entrepreneur and we don't trust. That was their statement. How can we give capital to them? Because without capital we can't grow. That was the most difficult, I think, the challenge we have faced till now, to source the capital. And thirdly, back in 2016, robotics was really new, especially in our area of Chandigarh, Punjab. People were not aware of it. Though we had started, we have invested, we had an institute running, but initially there were no students. For 5 to 6 months, we didn't had any students because there was lack of awareness among parents and teachers and schools, because unlike any other subject of science, physics, the robotics doesn't have any credits. You don't have any exam in CBSE or any other board where you can clear it and gain some marks. So that was one of the, again, very huge challenge for us to convince them to take up robotics and take it seriously. So we spent initial 5-6 months in convincing students, having no students at our institute. And that's how it has been. Then there are little more challenges. And I think the latest challenge which we faced was last year because of COVID. As robotics involves physical school and physical institute, it is not possible to take it online. So again, when the COVID struck, our institute got closed, our schools got closed. So we had to again redevise the entire product and the entire offerings in a span of 2 to 3 months, so that we can take our model online and we can continue serving the students with same zeal and enthusiasm and the passion from which we had started.
Yeah, so it was these were challenges, but then they did not ever demotivate us, because we knew that these challenges are something that will always be there. So starting a new journey without any prior experience of being an entrepreneur, because it requires all kind of skills. You have to be an HR, you have to be, you should be knowing how to manage your employees, you should be knowing how to all the technical skills that are required. So everything, it requires everything, like, being an operation manager also. So it requires managing everything. So therefore, yes, we were also a learner at the starting, but then we took more time in understanding all these points and understanding how we can operate it in a much better way and serve and give the much better experience to our students. And therefore it had made us evolve better, come out maybe a winner very soon, maybe.
Yeah, that winning attitude and approach is clearly evident by the sharing that both of you have done. If I was to just summarize कि क्या-क्या दिक्कतें आपने confront करी हैं from the beginning till now, first and foremost, आसपास किसी ने business नहीं किया है, leave aside robotics business. तो उस फील्ड में जिसमें आपका पहले प्रायर कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, नोबडी टू लुक अप टू, आगे बढ़ना और उसमें अपने लिए अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट करना इज क्वाइट अ बिग डील. उसके बाद कन्विंसिंग पीपल टू फंड योर प्रोजेक्ट. यू हैव एन आइडिया, लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव आइडियाज. इट्स द एग्जीक्यूशन एट वेयर मोस्ट ऑफ द आइडियाज काइंड ऑफ लूज स्टीम. बिजनेस करने की इच्छाएं बहुत होती हैं, फंड्स की कमी की वजह से काफी लोग रुक जाते हैं. यहाँ पे आपको उस स्टेप को भी ओवरकम करना था, बिकॉज यू वर नॉट गेटिंग पीपल हु वुड बी funding you, financing you. Then you go about changing mindsets, enrolling people. It's a new field. Back in 2016, robotics, like you're saying, लोगों को उसमें वैल्यू दिखाना, उनको दिखाना कि किस तरह ये स्किल्स आपके आने वाले फ्यूचर के लिए, बच्चे के लिए अनिवार्य है और होनी भी चाहिए. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, पेंडेमिक ने हम सबको फोर्स किया है टू लीड अ न्यू लाइफ, टू चेंज द वे वी वर्क, टू चेंज द वे वी आर लीडिंग आवर डे टू डे फंक्शन. सो जिस तरह के गैजेट्स, एक्साइटमेंट एंड फन अप्रोच जो अपने क्लासरूम्स में और लैब्स में आप लेकर आते थे, दैट वुड हैव रिक्वायर्ड यू टू ब्रिंग अ लॉट ऑफ एजिलिटी and move in the space of, you know, creating the same excitement online, because I understand you're also doing online classes right now, and ensuring you have the same determination with the same fascination going ahead. A lot of people can get stopped because of these things. Other people can say that, you know, chhod do, there are so many other things available, get some security. But I think what stands out for you as couple is that you decided to keep marching forward and not get deterred. Talking about couple, you both are also life partners. And when life partners come together, I do work with couples and they have their own share when it comes to having certain relationships established. Here we are also talking about working relationships. How do you manage that? As a couple, क्या आपकी कुछ boundaries हैं? कौन क्या करेगा? किस तरह के challenges उसमें आते हैं? How do you make that rhythm carry on? Even when you are working together as a couple and following a shared passion, a shared dream that you are doing at this point in time?
We had a clear understanding of who is going to handle which part. So that's how we, it helped us to not bring any kind of inefficiencies in the business, even if we are a life partner. So we made it very professional when we are there at our work, and we divided our work roles in any organization as it happens, that you will be managing in this part of the organization, and these are the work roles defined. So we made it that very professional and clear. And then I think not such of any kind of challenge we face being a life partner. I think instead life partners are the best partners to start the business as well, or being a business partner, because they are trustworthy and they're available as you want. So definitely, so being a life partner is I can say blessing to be your business partner as well. So that's how we could
yeah, I think one more advantage of being a life partner is that we both can bring in same amount of passion into what we are doing.
Yeah.
So that has actually enabled us to deliver results, and get more clients. And yes, definitely the when being a life partner also and business partner also, work definitely overflows to our home also. But that is what I think we have enjoyed, like discussing about work at any time, and maybe at night also at odd hours. And really based on our experience, when we discuss work at odd hours, it has given us some out of the box ideas, and which we have been able to implement. So that it has been a win-win situation for us.
I like the way you put it, that बहुत बार spillovers हो सकते हैं, especially when you're working together. वो boundary establish करना, कहाँ पे office खत्म है, कहाँ पे घर है, is not easy. But the way you're looking at this is also having certain opportunities. The trust factor you spoke about. किसी भी नए business में, नए venture को set up करने में काफी effort लगता है. And जो विश्वास आप लेकर आते हो as partners is the base of taking off any business. Here वो एक advantage already है कि आप एक दूसरे के ऊपर depend हो सकते हो, एक भरोसा है, and the passion is also shared. So even if one person has an idea which could be different, the other person will step in and remind that shared dream. And I think that's coming out as a strength of both of you. Another aspect that's coming out is कि साथ में काम कर रहे हैं, उसके बावजूद structure भी जरूरी है. You both have bifurcated responsibilities, you have a structure established, कौन क्या करेगा, कौन नहीं करेगा, उसमें फिर एक independent space भी है, जहाँ पे आप अपने निर्णय खुद ले सकते हैं और आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. Getting over these challenges is very, very important for a couple to be able to have that rhythm of ensuring that they're able to balance out both work and home and still create opportunities where they're constantly talking about and creating newer ideas and fascinating spaces. I heard you said that you also organize certain events and there are certain competitions that you go about where you invite entries from people. If parents, अगर माता पिता को या बच्चों को आपकी offering के बारे में, how can they make robotics a part of their life? Or how can they participate in the events that you organize? If they want to reach out to you, if they want to connect with you and take this passion forward with you, what are certain things that you would like to tell us in terms of reaching out to you?
So we have this annual event which we usually organize in July and August by the name of Grand Robotics Challenge, where we give certain problems to the students and they have to come up with the innovative ideas to solve that problem. And we have been hosting this competition since 2018. And this time, because of COVID, we are taking it online and we are calling it as a coding championship, which is going to happen on 15th of August. Again, reaching out to us is very simple. We have a website, isrrobotics.com. So anyone can just log into that website and connect with us directly. So you will reach us directly, like no intermediate. So we are there directly. We are very active on Facebook as well as LinkedIn. So that is the another medium to reach out to us. Yes.
Yeah. So just adding to that, I just want to, want to convey this to parents and through this platform of wonderful platform and interaction at Unakriti. So just wanted to convey that, we all look for some kind of literacy. So literacy, the word literacy is now changing. So, and since after this pandemic, we have realized that technology is something which is very important and it is important at every job role that you are there and at every age. So therefore, this is the time we should think about evolving further on and changing our mindsets to bringing, because what happens is nowadays when we have a small child, born at our home, he is witnessing so many technology gadgets around him, and he doesn't require any kind of learning or assistance to even operate your mobile phones or remote of the televisions or something like that. So he is already acquainted and he knows about technology. So this is actually the future. That is what I want to say. And you need to make your child technology literate because he actually already knows about the technology, but he doesn't know how it works and he doesn't know what is the better use of this technology. So therefore, a smart and early guidance in this technology literacy is very important nowadays, and it should be equally taken up by parents and should be motivated in children.
That's absolutely true. The skills of 21st century, as we call it, have very high dependence on technology. और टेक्नोलॉजी अगर हम अभी से होन करना शुरू नहीं करेंगे, आगे जाके उसकी दिक्कतें आएंगी. I think both of you are very well tuned into the future skills, or rather current skills that are going to become more prominent in future. And उस विजन के साथ आपने अपना इंस्टीट्यूट बनाया है जो बच्चों को काफी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज दे रहा है और आगे भी देता रहेगा. At the same time, हम as parents, चाहे माने या ना माने, हमारे बच्चे टेक्नोलॉजिकली हमसे ज्यादा savvy होते हैं. कई दफा वो चीजें हमें अनॉय भी करती हैं क्योंकि वो उस टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ क्या कर रहे हैं वो हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते, या करना चाहें तो शायद इतनी आसानी नहीं होती. But if we are able to tune into our kids' curiosity about technology and give them a shape, then they will be able to not only learn something new today, but become savvy and ready for future and future jobs. Like we also develop websites, and we are very, very clearly encouraging parents to get the websites developed for their children. It's like you are preparing them for a future and creating an asset for them. You all are doing the same thing when it comes to building future readiness of robotics or AI in the lives of children starting right away. So if you want to get in touch with Rohit and Priyanka, their information about LinkedIn page, Facebook page is given in the description of the video, and their competition is going to be coming up soon. So if you have kids and you want certain robotic ideas become reality in your family, at your home, then definitely you need to find out about this and go ahead and enroll your children into this program. At this point in time, we want to really thank you, Rohit and Priyanka, for making it to the interview line and sharing your ideas. Are there any closing words, parting words that you'd like to share with us and with the audience?
Yes, sure. One of the advice or thoughts which I like to share with the audience is that we should focus and inculcate in our children development of life skills, and because once we have the life skills, the technological skills or the technical skills or subject skills will automatically draw in. So that is what need to focus on. Maybe using some kind of tools, maybe not just robotics. There are many things with which students can develop the life skills. So that is what our focus should be. And as you rightly said, this is the time for the 21st century where we need to have a certain skill set in our students so that they can become the leaders tomorrow. So that is what our focus should be. And lastly, I'd like to again close by saying a wonderful thank you to you for giving us this platform, this huge platform where we can come and share our thoughts, process about how we think about the students and what we do. It will definitely help us also. And lastly, I'll also like to acknowledge the Abhijit sir. I think I know him for last 10 years, and I admire him for the kind of the passion he has in his work, and with so much of patience he's able to understand the client's need and then give a far-sighted solution. So in between our work also, I have been discussing with Priyanka that these are some qualities we should have in ourselves so that we can deliver our services to the customer, the patience and the far-sighted solutions. So we have been trying to, I'm learning from Abhijit day in, day out. That's what I will like to say. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Unakriti and Navita. I really like your platform. I've been your subscriber on YouTube as well, and I've been seeing all those other interviews also that you've been interviewing, and all they are, I must say, apart from what actually is happening usually, in usual societal norms. So therefore, I love your channel and I love your platform. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of that channel and that platform. So thank you so much for giving us such a wonderful experience.
Thank you so much for those kind words. It really means a lot, and also for making time and joining us on the interview line. And those of you who are listening to this interaction right now, Rohit and Priyanka sharing very clearly gives you an idea that when two people come together, they can be entrepreneurs, but as life partners, they bring certain additional essence and certain additional flavors that bring that passion to a whole new space altogether. There are a lot of ideas all of us have. हमारे ideas को अगर हम execute नहीं करेंगे तो वो सिर्फ उसी स्पेस में रह जाएंगे आइडियाज के. रोहित एंड प्रियंका की शेयरिंग से ये भी बहुत क्लियरली एविडेंट होता है कि करेज लेना पड़ता है. आपको आसपास सपोर्ट मिल रहा है या नहीं, राइट इन डेप्थ रूटेड स्किल्स हैं या नहीं, फंडिंग अभी मिल रही है या नहीं. अगर आपका विजन है, अगर आपको एक रास्ता चूज करना है, एक निर्णय लेकर स्मॉल स्टेप्स के साथ स्टार्ट करना बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है to make your dreams come reality. And two people who are life partners having the same passion adds on to the fun element and challenges you even furthermore. So if you have not subscribed so far to Unakriti on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us right now. And if you enjoyed this conversation with Rohit and Priyanka, give a like to this video. And till the time we come back with another fascinating person or persons on this channel, don't forget to tap your avatars. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye for now.